All right, good morning, everybody. It is a beautiful weekend here. It's Labor Day weekend. We got the pups. We got Lisa Marie. We are on Lake George again this weekend. This year, instead of going up to Astor, though, we rented a place up here in Willaca. Is it Willaca? I think it's Willaca, or Crescent Lake, just on the north side of Lake George. And we're kind of just going to do some exploring on this side. We've never really done too much on this side of the lake. We hear there's a shrimp run going on right now. Maybe do some fishing. You know me, I'm not much of a fisherman here on Labor Day weekend. We usually just hang out, but we're gonna go explore some new areas and maybe have some fun, take you guys along with us. So we're gonna get on after it, take you guys for the ride. Where are we at right now? If you guys have been following me for a little bit, you know we come here pretty much every Labor Day weekend. And the reason why we do is, one, it's a spring, and I love springs, and so does she. But got a little bit of nostalgic feel to this little island. My girl that, bless her heart, she has passed on, Dora. This is one of her and Diego's favorite little islands to come fish and swim and play on. And now it's Lucky and Diego's favorite island, so we always let them out to play on this island for a little bit every year. Diego learned he learned how to fish, that he could fish, but never catches fish, if that makes sense. So we're gonna see if there's any dogs up on the island and let them get out and run amok for a little bit if there are no dogs. If not, we'll have to come back and try again later. But here we are, this little island right here. They caught some, so I'm gonna try to get some for myself. Nice to get a couple shrimp for dinner, though. Game warden said we weren't going to be able to do it without putting tape on. Oh, I caught some. Look at that. See that? Those are some big size right there.
Oy, there's a lot happening here.
Oh, look at that.
Oy, Ben, we got a couple scrimps.
We did get some shrimps.
Got a couple scrimps.
Look at this little shad. Look at this.
Is that what that boy is?
Yeah, we're going to let him
Hi,
go.
buddy. So those are equivalent to like what you get back home, right?
Yep.
Like a bait?
Some big shrimp. You got to eat some shrimp tonight, Chris Cotler? here in Willaca, Florida, and we're out here throwing the cast net for some shrimp. Now we're not trying, you can keep 5 gallons, and we're not trying to get all that. Lisa Marie doesn't really care for shrimp that much, so I'm just trying to get enough for me for a good little lunch appetizer. I think we're about there, so I think I'm gonna throw 1 or 2 more times. We're gonna head back, get these shrimp cleaned up, and cook them up fresh. Doesn't get any fresher than that. Literally from, I can see the dock at our Airbnb, and got a few dozen shrimp real quick. So let's go ahead and get after it, throw the net, see if we can get some more. Some shrimp. They say you need some tape on your cast net, and maybe I would catch a lot more, but you know what? I'm not trying to get a whole limit of shrimp today, because like I said, Lisa Marie doesn't even like them. So if I can just get me some fresh shrimp, I've never even cast netted shrimp before, except for while I was trying to get other bait in Tampa Bay. So it's pretty cool that you can come here and on the St. Johns River and get shrimp, which is, we're like, I don't know, an hour away from saltwater. The reason behind this and why there's shrimp here in blue crab fishery is because all these springs here, Salt Springs, Silver Glen, De Leon Springs, they all have salinity to them. So all these shrimp and crabs and stingrays and mullet, they're all up here. And then they come up out of the mud this time of year and they move out to saltwater. We're catching them on their way out right now. Pretty cool thing, I've never done it before. Big shrimp though. Did like 15-20 minutes of cast netting. Bunch of nice fresh shrimp for dinner, or for I think I'm gonna throw them on ice for a little bit and then cook them up right now. So stay tuned. We're gonna head back up to the rental house to the Airbnb. Show you guys how to cook some fresh shrimp. All right, so we caught all these shrimp in Lake George this weekend, and we're gonna be cooking a meal tonight back at home. I didn't quite have what I wanted to do there at the rental house, so we're gonna cook them now. So it's pretty easy to clean a shrimp. You just want to take the head and just twist it right off, just like that. Throw that away, and I got a pretty neat little trick right here I'm going to show you to get the blood vein out, mud vein. You want to put that toothpick right through and pull, and just like that. Shrimp ready to be cooked. Nice clean shrimp, deveined. There we go, one more time. Pull the head off. Right here, and just nice and easy to pull that mud vein right out. So we got these shrimp in the pan frying right now, and we're going to just let them fry probably for a minute or 2 on each side, and once they get a nice pinkish color, we're going to take them out, set them back in the bowl, let them cool down, and we're going to put all the ingredients in to make our cream sauce. So while these are frying, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to show you how I like to reverse sear these ribeyes in the microwave. I'm just kidding, I'm not going to do that. But so it's actually pretty interesting that, see, they're already turning pink on this side right here. You don't want to overcook these shrimp. But these shrimp are actually caught out of Lake George, and it's a freshwater lake system. It does have a slight salinic water to it, and that's because there's salt springs throughout the lake. And so it allows these blue crabs, shrimp, even redfish, everything swims up this lake. And there is a really good shrimp fishery there. So this is my first time ever catching my own shrimp and cooking them. So hopefully they're smelling really good. Hopefully they're gonna taste good. We're gonna get these turned over right now. Those guys are already turning pink. That's what you want. I like to leave the shell on too. I think it gives a little bit more flavor. Now I'm just adding some butter to that same pot that I just cooked these shrimp in. We're gonna let that melt. Now I'm gonna go ahead and throw this garlic in here. We just put some butter back in this pan. We just sauteed these in. We're gonna let these just kind of cook up for a minute. Now I like a little bit extra garlic, so the recipe calls for like 6 cloves. I probably did like 8. I'm a garlicky person. Alright, we just dropped this garlic in there. We're going to kind of let this just kind of simmer in this butter and olive oil. Just let it cook until you can start to smell the fragrance of it. Then we're going to add some wine, add some cream, and just let it kind of simmer together with each other for a little bit. Let it kind of cook down into a nice little creamy side. Then we'll add the shrimp back. Alright, so now we're going to add a little bit of wine, just like that. We're going to let that simmer down for a little bit. I'm going to turn this on to low heat, just let it simmer. And then we'll add the cream and just kind of let that all sit. Alright, so we brought this down to a simmer. We're going to add our cream. Just nice and easy. Alright, now we're just going to keep adding some parsley, just the flavor here. This is a nice finished touch. We're going to let this continue to just kind of cook down a little bit. So make sure you're cooking it on a real low simmer so it doesn't turn into like a curdle. Curd? You want to make sure you cook it not too fast so it doesn't turn like cheese. You want to keep it a creamy sauce. I'm going to try it real quick just to see if I got enough seasoning in it. So you blow this off here. Oh, that's amazing. So good. I can't wait to eat these. And we still, probably a good time right now to go ahead and start our steaks as well. So I'm going to do that now. Now we're just going to add some fresh Parmesan cheese. Just in there nice and good. Just like that. All right, spread it out, and then we're going to simmer that into we're heating up a pan now for these ribeyes. Got a little bit of white wine, a little bit of butter. I already salted and peppered these. That's all they need. We're going to let this pan get pretty hot. Get a good sear on these things. And once these steaks are pretty close to being done, we're going to throw the shrimp back in this sauce. And we are ready to eat a meal that we caught, except for, of course, the steak. We bought that from the store. Paired with all this is our headache in a bottle, our $2 bottle of wine that we have to drink tonight since we made a cream sauce. So we usually don't drink cheap wine, but tonight we will. So cheers, guys, to Oakleaf Vineyards and the fine dining we're having tonight. All right. We're starting to get a good sear on them. Pan's nice and hot. These are thin ribeyes, so these are pretty much already done. I'm going to go ahead and take these off. Give Lisa Marie one more turn. She likes hers. Well done, guys. I know. Judge away. Judge away. But you know what? When I first met her, this was a long time ago, she was a vegetarian but ate chicken. So, what's worse? You guys can decide. She's in a 10-year plan. She's starting to like seafood now. All the things she missed out for the last 18 years of her life.
I feel a little judged, not gonna lie.
So everything's pretty much done, so we're gonna go ahead and put these shrimp back in here, just like that. And we're gonna let them just simmer again. Alright, so we got everything on the plate here. Now the last thing is the best. Save the best for last. Get some of these shrimp, get some of that cream sauce. We're going to put it on this rice. And it smells delicious. It's going to taste delicious. You guys go catch some of your own shrimp. And then let me know how this recipe goes if you decide to make it. Awesome. I'm going to go ahead and try one of these shrimp. Then we're going to get to eating and let you guys go. We'll just try one real quick. Alright, so we're going to peel this guy off real quick. I'm going to try it. Let you guys know how it is. You can go ahead, you could have peeled the shells off as well, but I think they add a little flavor. We had it deveined. Forgot a leg. it's so delicious. You guys are gonna have to go to Lake George, late September. Bring your cast net. Get yourself some high quality shrimp. Very delicious, very tender. And I don't think I've ever had fresh caught shrimp before. I mean, I've bought them alive and cooked them, of course, but catching them, there's just something about catching and cooking something that you've caught, and it tastes amazing. So, Lisa Marie and I are going to go ahead and eat these delicious meals, and we'll see you guys next video. Stay tuned.